now we want to continue our review for the Unit 4 exam by talking about planetary geology. And we're going to be looking at the geology of 7 objects in our solar system. So that we're going to be looking at, starting off on the left there, we're going to be looking at Mercury, Venus, the Moon, Mars, and then on the bottom, Io, Titan, and Pluto. So these are 7 objects in our solar system. They each have different geologies, and we want to try to explain why did they end up being so different than the Earth. So here is our lesson objectives. You'll notice that what I'm talking about really is not found in your textbook, but it is on the internet. And if you want to look at some videos, here's some crash course astronomy videos on each of the different objects that we're going to talk about. All right, so this is a picture of our solar system, and it just shows you how large these various objects are in comparison to the Earth. And this is going to be very important. So size does matter when it comes to planets and moons. Okay, this is a very important picture because this shows the 3 primary things that are going to determine the fate of a planet or a moon. So the 3 most important things are going to be the mass of the planet or the size of the planet, the distance from the sun, and then does it have a large moon in orbit around it. So let's first talk about the presence of the large moon. So that a moon acts like a stabilizer. It keeps a planet from wobbling. So currently the Earth is at a 23-degree angle, and when we talked about the ice ages, we said that it has a cycle in which it does wobble over a period of like 40,000 years. So sometimes the tilt of the Earth is more than 23 degrees, and sometimes it's less than 23 degrees. But if the Earth did not have a big moon in orbit around it, then the tilt of the Earth could be anywhere from 0 to 90. And so you can see that that would really affect the climate if that was to happen. So it's a good thing that the Earth has such a large moon. Okay, now let's talk about mass. So mass controls 2 things. It controls the gravity, so a larger planet has more gravity. It also controls the amount of heat that it contains, so that a small planet cannot hold on to its heat. That heat escapes into outer space faster than a large planet. Okay, now what does the heat retention do? So the heat causes plate tectonics. Okay, and then also that heat helps to move material in the core to make a magnetic field. All right, now what does that do? So plate tectonics causes volcanoes, which produce carbon dioxide, which helps to make an atmosphere for the planet. The magnetic field shields a planet from the solar wind. So the sun's solar wind can erode an atmosphere of a planet unless that planet has a magnetic field. So if a planet is too small, it loses its magnetic field, and so therefore its atmosphere can be stripped by the solar wind of the sun. Now, what does the atmosphere do? So the atmosphere could have clouds, it could rain. Rain causes erosion. An atmosphere acts as a shield from meteorites that are coming into the atmosphere. Okay, an atmosphere, if it's got water, the water could rain down and it could make an ocean. Okay, so now what does an ocean do? So what does liquid water do? So liquid water absorbs carbon dioxide and turns it into limestone. And so that's going to affect the climate of the planet. Liquid water helps to moderate the climate, just like Hawaii is surrounded by water, so that the climate of Hawaii doesn't change by very much. And then water can get into lithospheric plates and makes those plates easier to melt. What does the distance from the sun do? Well, that affects the temperature, so that the farther you are from the sun, the cooler it's going to be. The closer you are, the hotter it's going to be. And then the sun produces the solar wind. All right, so let's take a break, and when we come back, we're going to start talking about various objects in our solar system.